Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a streaming freedom video bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. In my continuation of trying to help the Skyrim community, specifically the console community that doesn't tend to get a lot of help when these issues can arise, I have for you today a video discussing the latest patch for Skyrim, patch 1.25, what it changes, what it might break. All the following information is thanks to Omegafraz Gaming, who passed the information along to me so that I could pass it on to you. So again, all information that is in this video as to what the patch is and what it does is thanks to Omegafraz Gaming. A link to his YouTube channel will be included in the description box down below, as well as a link to Bethesda's customer support page for those that might need it. Just hit show more on the description box. Also, I want to state to those that might be new to this channel that I am by no means a professional. I am just a gamer like you are, so while the information that I provide in my videos is to the best of my ability to provide it, it should never be taken at 100% fact. I do make mistakes. I'm just trying to do my best to help get the information out to the Skyrim community for console, because I know there isn't a lot of help when it comes to console when these patches are presented, as well as the bugs and issues that can come because of them. So the footage that you're now seeing is me testing my game after updating it to patch 1.25, and this patch definitely broke something pretty significant in my mod loader, the unofficial Skyrim patch to be precise, which Omegafraz Gaming warned me about. It seems that this patch was supposed to pretty much update and I guess fix all of the existing CC content. However, it seems like it's going to also affect people like myself that don't really have any, so that everybody is on the same page. My current setup is I am Skyrim Special Edition on PlayStation 4 Slim. I have the 4 free CCs that we got with the 10th anniversary celebration, which is Saints and Seducers, Rare Curios, Survival Mode, and Fishing. Along with that, I also had these CC contents that were free, and that is all of the CC content that I have. Now, in the video also, there are going to be times that you're seeing the menus messing up as I'm testing that. That is not because of the patch, that is because of my controller, so I just do want to make that clear. So the first thing that I noticed after updating and checking my loader is that the update seems to have completely broken the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. It's no longer showing up in my loader. It is still in the My Library section, and I even used that to disable, delete, and re-download it, but it will no longer show up in the loader. It used to be at the very top. So while the gameplay here plays out, let's go ahead and find out exactly everything that this did. Again, the following information is from Omegafraz Gaming, who provided it to me to provide to you. So Omega says, the update for Skyrim updates pretty much all CC content and may break the unofficial patch, as well as any mod that depends on the unofficial patch. Patch notes include all creation language files are updated. Dwarven Armored Mudcrab teleport pet spell now works again. Farming. Shrines at your homestead now are free when survival mode is enabled. Goldbrand. Cultists will now stop spawning and attacking the Arcanium indefinitely. Headman's Cleaver. Namesake weapons can now be enchanted and fixed wrong names in the journal. Nixhound. Teleport pet spell now works again. Relics of the Crusader. Revised the text in Varpath's journal. Shadowrend. Player can no longer receive a permanent debuff. Survival mode. An issue with arrow weights have been resolved. The Cause. The Demorigantus now has Daedric Gauntlets of Negation, justifying his ability to wield Scourge, and typo fixes. Fishing. Fixed a bug where if the player owns multiple Hearthfire homes with aquariums, fish would only be displayed in the fish rack of one. These patch notes come from Bethesda Studios' official Discord, and he knew that I can't use Discord, so that's why he provided me with the information for this video. And again, Omega, if you're watching, thank you very much for that. And that is currently all that I know, again thanks to Omega, about what this patch changed as well as some of the stuff that is messing up, which I will be showing here for those that might be interested. Now, if you are somebody that you are having issues from this patch, because I don't know, you may have more issues than me, you may have less, but if you do get issues from it, you can leave it in the description box down below. Other people might experience the same issues, might have fixes. I don't know how much help that will be. It may not be a lot, but you know, we do what we can to try to provide each other help. Definitely, I'm not alone in this. The community, when these patches roll out and these issues arrive, they're always there helping each other, and I thank you for that. So I don't know what here will be useful. I was testing the horse during patch 120. I didn't really have any issue, but when patch 121 came up, I did, where Lydia's AI broke, like what you're seeing now when trying to summon her rideable horse, which is one of the mods that I have. She would walk away or do like she did right there, disappear. She quit doing that after patch 122 downloaded, and she's not actually supposed to be on that horse. That is a player horse that was added in with Dragonblood Castle, and she's not supposed to be mounting that horse, so I don't know what's going on there, but her AI doesn't seem to be functioning correctly again. And I don't know if that could be because of multiple follower system that her AI is messing up like that, because I don't know if MFS is dependent on the unofficial patch. I know it's made to work with it, or I'm pretty certain it is. I'd have to check the description again to be, to be for sure. But Omega warned that any mod that is dependent on the unofficial patch could, be broken, and most definitely the unofficial patch itself, at least in my case, is, because as I stated earlier, it isn't currently not showing up in my loader. I don't know if it actually is still active, because I didn't get the message like when you normally would load a game and it tells you if you disable a mod that it's no longer in the save file. I didn't get the message for that. I left it enabled because I still have access to it in my library, and when trying to disable and delete it from there and re-download it from there, it still won't show up in the loader. So I left it enabled in the library, but I don't know if it's actually active or not, which could be an issue, because the reason I had that patch was I needed it because the game would soft lock during one of the story missions early on with trying to think of his name, Malik or Merrick or something like that. Remember, the evil Dragonborn. I've only ever played through all the content one time. This is my original character, and this is still my original save. I've only ever played through stuff once, so I don't remember, every single beat of the story. But I do remember the game was messed up there, that you had to fight his dragon or something or other, and at one point he was more or less into a god mode where he couldn't be defeated, and it soft-locked my game. The unofficial patch fixed that, so now that it's missing, that kind of has me worried as for the next time that I would take and try it again. Here I'm testing some of the mod menus, which I noticed this got, I guess, reset because I had to go through and say no to everything again because I don't have any of the CC content. This is one of Cyan 49's mods that allows you to create different armors and weapons that are recolored replicas, and I wanted to kind of look around and test certain mods and see how they're working, and some of them seem to still be functioning just fine. This one, for example, I don't see any issues with it. I just had to reset it was all. But other ones definitely do seem to have an issue, like that horse mod for the followers, and some of the vanilla assets as well, because again, getting back to what I was saying about Lydia's apparently broken AI yet again, she did that during patch 121, and she's doing the same thing now, because later on I teleported away just using the map feature, which is vanilla, and she didn't follow me. Now, thanks to, again, Cyan 49, I have a mod that allows me to put a tracker on any character, and I have one on her. That way I don't lose track of where she's at if that happens, as I've done in the past. So I was able to see she actually stayed where I was at before teleporting away, but she's not supposed to do that, and she hadn't done it since patch 121, so I don't know what's going on there. And that's not to say that you will have the same issues. That's the thing with Skyrim, and anybody that's been through these patches knows that just because it acts one way for one person, it will not that way for anybody else. We're all different in that, and we all seem to be in a different boat. So some people may have a little bit of an issue, some may have a really bad issue, some may not have any at all. Because just like during patch 120, again, I know a big majority of the community, the game was extremely broken, and for me it really wasn't. But then when patch 121 came out, that one really broke it for me. So that's the thing about Skyrim. The most that we can do is we can try to provide information and stuff, and the community did that and might do that again. I don't know if they find issue with stuff for fixes, but just because it did work for one, unfortunately doesn't mean that it will work for everybody. Here I was just checking to make certain that my tracking mod was still working. In my opinion, for PlayStation 4, that is like the most important mod you can have if you care about your followers. Because like on PC, they can teleport them to them and stuff, but we can't do that here, with the exception of this mod. With this mod and having a tracker on there, even if they're not a follower, or if it for some reason sets them not to be one anymore, you can use that mod to actually summon those that you have tracked, as I'm doing here. So in my opinion, that is one of the most important mods that you can have, and that's what I was doing, was testing it here, and it seems to be functioning just fine too, which I'm very happy to see that it is. Of course, that is just within, I'd say, probably an hour's worth of testing. I tested about hour and a half before the controller drove me so nuts that I quit, because this is going to take me long enough to actually get this put together. But from what I can tell, the majority of my mods are functioning okay. It seems to be just like before on patch 121, the same stuff seems to be broken, like Lydia's AI, which I think is more so probably multiple follower system. However, the unofficial patch disappearing, that is completely new. That has never happened in all the time that I've had it, and I've had that patch for a very long time. Now, once they update it, perhaps to go along with this current patch, maybe that issue will be fixed, but currently I don't know. And again, I don't know, perhaps for you it won't do that, but if you are somebody, you might want to check your mod loader. If you use that, you might find that it's missing, and if it is still in your library and it's enabled, I can't say one way or the other what to do, because again, I'm not an expert, but I can say what I would do in my situation. And in my situation is what I did do. I left it enabled and left it active. I don't know that it actually is, but again, I didn't get no alert that it wasn't. So there's not a lot more I really can go over. I just kind of wanted to show some of the issues I had and how the game is kind of functioning. Best case scenario is hopefully that not very many of us will have issues. I doubt I'll be the only one that does, but hopefully the majority of you will be okay. And of course, worst case scenario is it'd be another thing like patch 120 or 121. Which is why I will be here doing what I can should the need arise. Honestly, I know I'm not a lot of help in this. I do what I can, and the community provides far more help for you than I do. I just pass it along, but without them providing the information, their observation, their fixes, different things like that, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So any thanks that you do have, or that you may have, it goes to them. And likewise, just please remember, if this does turn out to be a major thing, again, I'm hoping it's not, but if there's a lot of issues and you see different fixes, possible fixes, again, they are possible fixes because of how Skyrim is, but, people are trying to provide help the best that they can, as am I. So in closing, I will keep an eye on the different sources that cover these updates. Puniki Web is one of them, and I'll see if they have any additional information, or if there is a lot of issues with it and I hear from the community, I'll see what I can do about getting some information out for you guys that way. Again, I hope that the majority of you won't be affected by this, and that this just kind of let you know what the patch did. And again, a very special thank you to Omegafraz Gaming for providing the information about what this patch was and what it did for the fixes that it did with the CC content. A link to his channel will be in the description box down below, as will a link to Bethesda's customer help support page. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, everybody. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.